So with graphs, there's many families, many types, and one of the types is so-called tree, and it looks like a tree. So an example of that could be something like this. Yeah, however we draw it. So this is an example of a tree, and why is it an example of a tree? Well, trees are specific graphs that are undirected. We see those edges are undirected, first of all. And second of all, between any two vertices on this graph, there's just one unique path that one can take between them. There's no other way. So if I want to go from here to here, there's just one way. Because otherwise I would have to repeat some of the vertices. I will go here and then I will have to return. If I go from here to here, there's just one way. So that's a specific for graphs. Another thing is, a tree is a connected graph. So it doesn't have disjoint sets of vertices. It's not this. And then another separate one, and this whole thing a graph. No, a tree is just on its own. And although there's something called a forest, and it's basically a collection of trees which are disjoint to each other. They don't have a connection directly with an edge. So yes, I can say then another part of it. Now this whole thing is a forest. This is a tree and this is a tree. Another thing is then there are several ways to define a tree. So the first, the most straightforward way is to say there's only a unique path between any two vertices. Also, it's undirected, and edges don't have directions, and also there's no cycle on that graph. No cycle. You cannot find any cycle here. For that reason, there's no alternative paths. If there was a cycle somewhere, then there's always more paths to take. And also, on a tree graph, it's very easy to find a bridge. In fact, any edge is a bridge. Any edge you remove will be a bridge because it will make that graph disjoint. It will break it up into components. Now it's one big component as a tree, but if you remove a single edge from a tree, it becomes a forest. So that's that idea. Basically, trees are an interesting thing, and there are many theories related to them.